can't spend a day with you, I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you, my color bright. I ain't finna fade with you, man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh, lifting up. Never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's go. Rams take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Are you ready? It's our time. It's our time. Ready, go!
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 8. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 36.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 36. Looking to throw. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Paris Campbell, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Zuerlein good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. 15 Lonnie, 15 Lonnie. Protect, protect, protect.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards there and a Niner first. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Switch.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you run into big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
He'll drop to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. It makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. The tally there, -2 yards. Brings up 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 23. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game,
and he will score. Touchdown, LA. How about that, their quarterback? with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. He hit him earlier in this first quarter with his arm. Now he does it with his legs.
Right now, he's one of those stat stuffers that you see on the basketball court. You know, the guy with points, rebounds, assists, steals. One with the arm, one with the legs. Let's see if he can continue this pace.
And sending out the reminder that, yeah, look, I'm known for having an arm, but I can do it with the legs on occasion when I need to.
At their own 25-yard line.
Chad Hunt, 70 in C6. Chad Hunt.
Now a play fake here on first down. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now a give coming right is Breida. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
On first down, here's Breida. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Off play action. Love. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target. Deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on third and long? Looking to throw. Love. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Check 26, check 26.
They'll toss it to Breida. And an alley to run. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. 2nd and 15. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Dante Fowler in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Love. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on,
one?
what does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now Saquon Barkley. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargreaves with a pick, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Back to throw. Love. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll set up to throw. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. He's going to loft one deep left side, and that's caught inside the 35. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Looking to throw on second down. Love. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw on third down. Love looking deep downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball gets super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Looking to throw. Love. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. A good pickup there, a 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They'll run on first down. Barkley, and not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
Here we go.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Second and 10. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Here we go.
2nd and 14. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Back to throw.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? On 1st and goal, Gurley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Niners' 9-yard line.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Ricky.
2nd and 9 now. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Vernon Hargreaves with a pick. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now in Los Angeles. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards, the final tally. Back to throw. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Looking to throw. Love. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing middle, and it's complete. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 4th down, Love. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
They go play action here on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right and got his man complete. 20, 10, touchdown LA. Paris Campbell An 80-yard touchdown. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Love, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Looking to throw. Love. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Love. And now here is another interception. Picked off by David Long. The interception. They just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there.
Back to throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They'll look to throw again. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on first and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, first and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's third and goal. They'll drop to throw. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They go for it on fourth and goal, but that winds up incomplete. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt, and the 49ers are going to get the football back. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his throw is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Back to throw. Love. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Dante Fowler make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. Looking to throw. Love. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Back to throw. Love. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. DJ Chark, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Gold with the extra point, so time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And it makes the score 21-10. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
We got 3. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. General, Max. Fox trap. Let's go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So the L.A.